The San Diego River Park has been doing a great job. They have planted some native plants in many places in this area, as you can see. And they even put the pipes here to irrigate the plants. And on the other side, they have put out some plaques to interpret some of the native plants and their uses by the Kumeyaw Indians centuries ago. Here's another view of the upper half of the Lake Hodges. There's still a glimpse of water over there. That's the lower half. The upper half of this area is bone dry. As you can see, a lot of trees have grown to like the rooftop high, and the vegetation has grown a lot here too. And I'm looking towards the east. Freeway 15 crosses the lake over there. These trees grew up here in the upper half of the lake in the mid 2000s when we had several years of drought. They grew up again in the mid 2010s when we had a serious drought. And looks like, yeah, every time we get a lot of rainwater, the lake fills up, and then the water just suffocates the trees and other plants. They all die. And then a few years later, when the drought repeats, these trees repeat as well. Let me zoom in. You can see a lot of the trees have grown very tall there. This is Lake Hodges. Freeway 15 is somewhere over there. The upper section of the lake is completely dry. Water starts at about halfway. Only the lower section of the lake has water. The dam is further down the left side. I believe for safety concerns, the dam is required to release the water above and beyond a certain volume or level. This creates a problem when it doesn't rain enough, especially like this winter. It hasn't really rained much at all. The water in the lake dries up really fast, as it did in the early 2000s. I don't know what's going to happen to this lake if we have a drought that continues for another year or two. I'm so happy that some people put this plaque here in 2010. It's called Chelsea's Light. I was living in Rancho Bernardo in this neighborhood when Chelsea King was murdered by John Gardiner, a convicted sexual assault criminal. It was really a sad time, and even though he was wearing ankle braces and he was barred from getting close to schools, he was supposedly living in Lake Elsinore area, but he actually was living with his mother in this community, which is probably a couple hundred yards from the Westwood Elementary School. One day in late afternoon when Chelsea King came here for a run, I believe she was a cross-country runner for the Poway High School, and she was murdered by John Gardiner. It was really tragic. It was a big story back then, so I'm so glad that somebody put this here. I'm surprised that I didn't come here for the past 14 years or so, because I moved away from Rancho Bernardo 10 years ago, and I came for a walk today and saw this. There are 3 solar light bulbs here. One here and another one hung over there on this guardrail. These sunflowers are very symbolic. They're very fresh, so I think people, actually they are not real sunflowers. They're made of fabric. And there's some down here, rocks here. It's a good way for people to remember Chelsea King and also to remind themselves of the potential dangers in this area.